Another list? Another list because I'm rushing to make Bond videos. I just can't seem to get enough of them. So, guns. They're controversial. They go shooty shooty and killy killy and people go blamey blamey and then everyone loses their shit. But, whether you're for guns or against guns, there's at least one thing that we can all agree on. That the guns in Goldeneye need to be ranked. And I might as well be the one to do it.
So, rules for this list. I'm only gonna do the ones not accessible by cheats. Those are overpowered and awesome for a reason, so yeah. The Silenced PP7 is on this list partially because it's the very first weapon you have in the game. That, and it kicks ass. This little baby could drop most enemies in like 2 shots or more. But at least it's self-aiming. Just point and shoot, and with 7 bullets at a time, how could you lose? And with it being silenced, you don't have to worry about drawing a lot of unwanted attention from the enemy soldiers, unlike that stupid, loud version. Most times I use the Silenced PP7 until I run out of ammo. Oh, it also has a very satisfying pew 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 sound. A very solid choice for my number 10 pick. The Phantom is a powerful and accurate automatic submachine gun that I think gets overlooked. Why is that, you might ask? Well, there's one place you could find them, the frigate level, which is weird because I could have sworn they were in multiplayer, but they are eerily absent. I suppose you could get them with the all weapons cheat, but then again, that's cheating, so meh.
And the only acceptable way to cheat is by using Cheetos in your nachos.
Anyway, the Phantom, despite being extremely limited to the frigate, has always been one of my favorite weapons. It looks quasi-futuristic, it's powerful and automatic, and you can easily pick up the dual Phantoms really early in the level. This makes frigate one of the easiest levels to beat in Goldeneye, yet one of the most memorable. It's just so much fun running around mowing down enemies and freeing hostages and such. Love it, John Lovitz. The DD-44 Dystopia I feel deserves to be on this list because it is one of the most powerful handguns in the game. Granted, the Cougar Magnum is more powerful, but to me it's rather unwieldy and slow. If you could use it and hit your target with it, great! But by then I probably have hit you 5 or 6 times with the Dystopia. Like the Silenced PP7, it's very user-friendly. Not quite as quick, but it hits hard. I've had bouts where I was able to hold my own against automatics using this gun. It's not one to be trifled with, and it has some other uses too. It's loud. Loud enough to bring the hordes of soldiers willing to throw away their lives so you could get more ammo. And even dual-wielding Dystopias in the archive level. It also has a simplistic silvery look that makes it very distinguishable to most of the other weapons, and it sounds so damn satisfying. Okay, this one is kind of a cheat. Yes, it's accessible through cheats, but you could find them in the Aztec level and in multiplayer, so that counts, right? Anyway, the Moonraker Laser is, well, a freaking laser. So right off the bat, it gets cool points, and it has unlimited ammo. Extra cool. And it shoots through objects and enemies. Orgasmically cool.
Mini-me, stop humping the laser.
And then you could dual wield it up as well. The lasers make short work of most enemies you come across. Well, except Jaws, but that's understandable because he's frickin' Jaws. But you really don't need to worry about those idiot soldiers stacking up on you because you could literally shoot right through them and shred them to pieces. Ha 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 ha. Good old proximity mines, the old standby, the old man. So, why are proximity mines so great? Well, they go boom, and you could place them on things, and then they go boom when someone walks near them. I mean, there's also time mines, but with those you have to be lucky and hope your target is next to them when they run out of time. Remote mines are better, but it relies on timing as well, and quite generally you have to be looking at the other player's screen when you set them off. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, proximity mines are multiplayer only. Unless I never found them in the single-player missions on my 20-odd years of playing this game. But oh well. On to why mines are great! Basically, they are set-them-and-forget-them weapons, and if you're in a close-quarter area like archives, there are literally tons of places to hide these mines. You'll set one on the stairs or something, and your buddy, who is oblivious, walks right into it and dies. It's so damn satisfying. But where the real fun is, surprisingly, is when you forget where you plant your own mines and kill yourself. I swear I ended up blowing myself up and laughing about it because it's so ridiculous. It's probably best to stick to a timed game though, because trying to get to 5 points is really hard when you keep losing points when you blow yourself up. If you've never played a round of Goldeneye with proximity mines before, I would definitely recommend it. It's a real blast. Boom, 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 boom. I just blew up this room. This round will last forever because I just went boom. The D5K Deutsch, or as the cool kids called it, the D5K Douche.
Ah, the absolute pinnacle of comedy back in the day.
Anyway, the D5K I feel needs to be this high on the list because it's a very versatile weapon that pops up fairly frequently. Okay, mostly in the later levels, it's a smaller yet still pretty powerful automatic weapon that is oftentimes dual wield. It works very well, and it's a regular weapon on most multiplayer modes. It also uses the same ammo as the PP7, which means if you want, you could use that instead. But this is higher on the list than the PP7, so I don't usually switch back. In a lot of ways, it's similar to the KF7 Soviet, but I like it better because it's more stable. But it doesn't have zoom in when you aim. Sad phase. Oh well, easily overcome with dual wielding. Yeah, douches for you, douches for me, douches for everybody in the room. The tank, or as Church would say,
Un tanque grande.
Thank you, Church. Does the tank count? I'd say yes. It has a gun that you can shoot, and it can run people over. It also acts as cover for you, but of course you aren't completely invulnerable in the tank. The first time I found a tank in the runway level, it was like a dream come true. I mean, in the movie we saw Bond drive a tank through the streets of St. Petersburg, and there's also a street level in the game. But on Runway, you get 2 opportunities to use the tank. Naturally, Runway became a very favorite level of mine. It's just so cathartic driving around, shooting people, running them over. Pretty relaxing, really.
Oh, sorry, totally forgot. There's a mission we gotta do here.
So you blow up an auto turret, this missile battery that doesn't do anything, more auto turrets, your escape plane. Oops, I wasn't supposed to do that. Well, I guess I'll just run around for a while longer until I die. Oh, and you can use other weapons too while driving the tank, which is great because the main gun can actually hurt you if you drive through the explosion, so it's kinda nice to have the option. Whee! Oh, darn it. I died. The RCP-90, or as colloquially known, the staple gun, is a good weapon. Unfortunately, in the single-player missions, its appearance is quite limited, but it's still fun nonetheless. The first time you get it is after killing Xenia Onatop in the jungle, but to be fair, it kinda sucks here. Sure, it's teamed up with the grenade launcher, but it sucks here because of limited ammo. That's why it's much more preferred in the cavern level. You get so much more ammo for this thing. The only issue is that it comes later in the level and you'll probably have other guns to play with. It's still very fun and very fast, and it makes a nice brrrt sound. And it looks cool. And it's fun to use in multiplayer. Seriously, in most fights this gun holds its own. And for the small amount of time you have it, it leaves a pretty decent impression, I'd say. Now it's time to collate you! Ha 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 ha! The Automagic Shotgun is amazing, simply put. Granted, like many of the weapons on this list, it appears in one single-player level, Statue, and the multiplayer. But let me tell you, this gun is nothing to trifle with. It's a shotgun that's semi-automatic. That is amazing. And you can shoot 5 shells before reloading. The main drawback is, of course, getting the gun in the first place. On Statue, you have to make your way all to the very end of the level by the Lenin statue. Of course, you have to talk to Valentin on the way, but then you have to listen to 006 talk for a bit. But sometimes he and his cronies don't come out at first and you have to wait for a bit. Or look at the Lenin statue for a moment and he should come out in short order. Didn't realize that until recently. Huh. Then you have to kill at least one of these cronies and take the shotgun. There's 4 of them, so fun times! Then it's running and gunning back to the start of the level, and this part, it is fun, but short. That's the main problem. I guess you can run around and have fun shooting guys when you're looking for the black box, but still, not very long. So your best bet is the multiplayer. Just find one, pick it up, and obliterate everyone. It's what comes natural. So, is anyone really surprised? The AR-33? No? Yes? Well, I gotta say it's the best. Why? Well, it's accurate, powerful, it zooms in, you could dual wield it in 2 different levels, and it can even shoot through things. So it's like the Moonraker, but more powerful and uses ammo. And it also has that iconic assault rifle bullet flash, and it sounds amazing. Just listen to this thing. It appears in several multiplayer modes also. This gun is just a beast, and I would be doing a disservice by having it anywhere other than number 1. I mean, what else can I say about it? It looks like an M16, it's fully automatic, it kills most enemies in short order. Just, yeah, a very good weapon in this game. That's it.
Well, that's my opinion on the matter, and if you don't agree, well, you can tell me in the comments. But hear this, if you do, I will hunt you down and make you play Goldeneye until you prove it. So until next time, like, comment, and subscribe if you want to. If you don't, that's okay.